we are going to be talking about the top 10 things that I want from Fallout 3 Remaster slash Remake. Let's go ahead and count those bad boys down. I would like to have a better faction system within the game. Now, each game does have factions, and they do allow you to join any of these factions. The two prominent ones within Fallout 3 are the Brotherhood of Steel as well as the Enclave, and you can join both. But I feel like there was not a good balance of that in the original game, because really you can only join the Enclave pretty much at the end of the game, and Brotherhood of Steel you can only pretty much join them about halfway through. So what I would like for them to do this time around concerning the Brotherhood and the Enclave is they give you that choice earlier on in the game, potentially them attempting to recruit you when you step outside of the vaults. Now, stepping outside of the vaults is a learning experience for most of for players who are learning about the world, the Capital Wasteland, the different factions, the survival of the fittest, elements with the creatures and stuff, the different raiders, different smaller factions within the game. But I think it would do a better job of creating a more unique experience if we could play the game from the standpoint of the Brotherhood and the Enclave at the beginning of the game. And I think that would definitely change the gameplay, depending on like the different side quests, the different weapons you're able to get, the different characters that you can have, the different companions that you can work with. I think that would definitely introduce a more dynamic expectation in terms of the gameplay. But not only that, there are other groups within the game. You have the Brotherhood Outcasts, you have the Slavers, Rivet City, Megaton. I think also that it would be great for, like, you know, Riley's Rangers who are in the game. You'd be able to befriend them earlier on, so that way you can utilize possibly a companion from their group. I think that'll work as well. Brotherhood Outcasts. If say you either join the Brotherhood Outcasts or you join the Brotherhood, you could potentially get the Brotherhood Outcasts to rejoin the Brotherhood. Like, things like that would make for very compelling storytelling if we can go ahead and work that out. Megaton, you can actually be able to befriend more characters within Megaton, build it up, make it a central hub, make it the what is the city in Fallout 4? Diamond, make Megaton the Diamond City of Fallout 3. I think that would work out if we could have unique quests that'll help unify and fortify Megaton City. I think that'll work. Perhaps potentially stop the Brotherhood from attacking it, kind of have its own Bunker Hill mission within the game, protected from super mutants, protected from raiders, protected from the Enclave. Or if you're the Brotherhood, you can convince Megaton to actually allow them to join you, have the oversight of the Brotherhood, potentially do the same thing with the Enclave. Basically, I want stronger faction systems within the game, and of course, the relationship you have with one would definitely hurt the relationship you have with the other. Kind of have this kind of turf war going on. Maybe you can convince Megaton to join the Brotherhood, to join the Enclave, Rivet City to join the Enclave, the Brotherhood. I think that would definitely make the faction system better. And of course, there's the good morality, the good and the bad morality, and that does affect the gameplay. But ultimately, I do think that the faction system can work, and particularly how other people within the game, the different places that you go to, the different people that you interact with, the companions that you have, basically whoever you, whichever faction you do deal with, there is kind of, in fact, they should adopt that faction system pretty much from the Fallout New Vegas system of, you know, whoever you're dealing with, everybody around you should, all of the NPC characters should look at you depending on who you're with. I think the faction system definitely needs to be reworked. I think it was probably one of the most underutilized systems in Fallout 3. For as great as that game was, the faction system definitely needs a revamp. Fallout 3 has had a lot of great monsters, creatures within the game, but I would like to see them again adopt something that was within Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas, and that is kind of like the different life stages of the creatures that we've seen within Fallout New Vegas. When you came to Death Claws, you saw 3 different variants I believe 5 different variants of the Deathclaws. You saw the younglings, you saw the adolescents, you saw the adults, you saw the alphas, you saw the matriarchal ones with the mole rats, you saw the baby mole rats, you saw the bigger mole rats. When you look at the geckos, you saw the small geckos, you got the big geckos. I think in Fallout and in Fallout 4, you saw the little baby Mirelurks, and you saw the big Mirelurks. Just introduce a great new faction with different life stages for some of these creatures. When you got the gulpers that are in Fallout 4, you got the small ones, you got the big ones. When you look at the what's the big shellfish thing? They use the cars as like a shell. I can't remember what it's called. Hermit crab, the big hermit crab things. You saw the baby variants of that. The Mirelurks, you saw the Mirelurk queens. So I want them to create a bit of variety, and also I think that'll work as a very strong like slice of life thing where it shows that these creatures have different life stages and stuff. You saw the eggs, and like even when you go to Deathclaw Sanctuary in Fallout 3, yeah, you see the big the giant Deathclaws. But if this is a city full of Deathclaws, you would expect them to sound like little baby ones. And maybe it wasn't just a thing at the time that they even thought about. But hey, it would be nice if they had with the remaster / remake, that they would explore that, because that would add a bit of variety to the game as well. This is something I think that started in Fallout 3, which one of the things I did like is in the game you have to kind of maintain your weapons as well as the clothing that you wear due to getting worn down from combat and stuff like that, which was a great mechanic. You saw it again be a bit more refined in Fallout New Vegas, specifically with the weapon customization, which is awesome, made great with the weapons and the ammo customization. And then in Fallout 4, you got a bit more customization with the weapons and the clothing and the gear and stuff like that. But Fallout 76 took it even further, and they allowed you to have schematics to build weapons based off the stuff the trash and the loot and stuff that you had. You can build weapons, you can build outfits and gear. That's what we need in this remaster as well. Yes, do the thing where we can sit here and repair our outfits, repair the weapons and stuff, but also I think it'd be a fantastic job to allow players to just get all of this trash and stuff, use it to actually build and get schematics, because I believe you can get schematics for weapons in that game. I believe it's been a while since I played it, but it was either New Vegas or it was that one. You do get schematics to build weapons, or maybe I'm getting my games mixed up. But I feel like you can get schematics to build weapons, but it would be nice to actually, if it didn't have it, maybe I'm getting my games mixed up again, but you should be able to build weapons like that. You should be able to the scavenging mechanics of Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, and that would again help people get more engaged with more of the RPG elements of the game. Allow people to actually explore, because maybe there's certain materials that you can only get in certain spots. Maybe you need Mirelurk shell, but a specific Mirelurk, but you'd have to go deep into the Mirelurk's like habitat, environment, home, and all of that stuff. Like, I think that would be fantastic if they could focus on that. With us, I don't like Fallout 76, and it's mainly because of the online connectivity thing. I absolutely hate that with a passion, but I have to give it to them. The absolute most innovative mechanic is in that game that I've seen. I've actually played it. I have played some of it, I'm not gonna lie, but the best mechanic in that game, honestly, is the custom, the weapon and gear builds and customization. Just fantastic. It's just I think they will do a great job of hopefully they do a great job of implementing that in Fallout 3.